Now, yesterday, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul said Republicans, in order to grow the party, should not just toss out, quote, red meat. Instead, he said members of the GOP should offer something, quote, intellectually enticing. Here now to explain more, the man himself, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. Senator, good to see you.
Hey, Sean. Thanks for having me.
All right, but you said that, but you also said you didn't see all of Ted Cruz's speech. It was interpreted in the media that was your comment about his speech. Have you had a chance to watch it yet?
I think it was more a comment in general that I like to say my approach is one where I tried to make the appeal towards the Bill of Rights and take it to a lot of audiences that really haven't listened to Republicans before. So my goal over the last couple of years has been to take a consistent defense of liberty, but to take it to new places where it hasn't been heard, in hopes that we can get a bigger party and a more national party. So I've been to Howard, I've been to Bowie State, I've been to the Urban League, I've been to NAACP, I've been to Berkeley, trying to broaden the people and the amount of people that I bring in and not just toss out things that may well inflame the situation and excite certain people but might turn off other people. But I'll also put up my record as being as conservative as anybody, if not more conservative than anybody in the Congress.
All right, but just to be clear, and I think that's a good idea, by the way. I think going to historically black colleges, as you have been, reaching out to different groups, I think that's a good idea for any candidate. I think they should go any place, anywhere, and ask people for their vote, my opinion. But you weren't referring to anybody in particular.
I think more in general, in contrasting approaches and with anyone out there, and trying to say that the way you win elections, you got to have a bigger party, but you can do it without diluting your message and sticking to your guns and sticking to your principles.
Yeah. Well, because we had Senator Cruz on, and when you announced, we'll give you an hour on this program, and he talked about a flat tax. He talked about eliminating the IRS. He talked about choice in education, securing our borders. He talked about choice in health care and reforming the health care system. I mean, he went to very specific items, which I think also every candidate should do, and I know you've been doing it as well, right?
Yeah, and like I say, Ted Cruz and I come from the same wing of the party. So sometimes you'll have two very conservative, two senators who support the Constitution, and you'll have to look for nuances of difference between the two, and one of those might be winnability. When you look at polling right now, you'll find that nobody in the Republican Party does better against Hillary Clinton than myself. And I think that's because we've tried very hard to pick up independent vote and voters who haven't been voting Republican, and frankly, that's how you win elections.
I was really glad to see, and I frankly think more in the Republican Party should go after, your comments about Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation and where they have accepted money from, countries that they stone people to death for adultery, imprison people for adultery, the kind of thing that you would think someone for women's rights would be standing up against, except instead of accepting veiled bribes. Do you think that was a bribe? Do you think that money was given for the specific purpose of buying influence, the money that she got from Saudi Arabia, UAE, Oman, and some of these other places?
Well, it's kind of unusual that a country like Saudi Arabia that will imprison a rape victim. In fact, they gave 70 lashes to a rape victim for being in the car with a man who was not her husband while she was being raped. That is so beyond the pale, so unconscionable that Hillary Clinton shouldn't have taken that money and she should return it. But here's the thing is, why would a country that lives with Stone Age barbarism like that, why would they give money to Hillary Clinton or to the Clinton Foundation unless they were buying influence? Why would they give it if Hillary Clinton is supporting opposite policies? The thing is that there are a lot of unsavory characters, and when they hand out money, I think by the millions, you have to wonder why Hillary Clinton would accept it and why, frankly, she won't return it.
Rank hypocrisy. Senator, good to see you. We'll look forward to your announcement. And can you give us the date yet?
It's coming up soon, and I keep seeing on the internet April 7th, so it might be, I don't know, but I think it's coming soon.
You might want to have somebody on your staff. You might want to talk about that, have a meeting about that or something. But all right, Senator.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Senator Rand Paul. All right, joining us now with more